thing going. What are y'all doing back there?
Hey. Hey, we started, bro?
I think so. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Scary!
Yo, welcome back to Fatherhood. We hope y'all doing great. If you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure you do. We're gonna dive into the content today, talking about what kind of father we want to be. But let's get first to our check-ins, man. Who wants to go with the check-ins first?
Let's go, man. Honestly, man, this week has been fucking amazing. Bro, the kids, bro, it's crazy because, like, why it's been amazing is that, bro, I had like a little moment with Riley, man. We were, like, telling each other stuff. And I was like, she was
kind
like,
of picking at each other.
yeah, she was like, no, she was actually trying to go somewhere. She said, let's go to Target. And I was like, nah, I don't want to go. She's like, but why not? And I'm like, cause you hate me. And she's like, I don't hate you. And I was like, yes you do, you don't love me. She's like, I do love you. And I'm like, not even, I'm ugly. And she's like, no you're not, you're the best. Bro, she just came at me, bro, and just gave me a hug. I started crying, dog. I started crying like she never said that. So like, honestly, bro, this weekend with the kids has been awesome. Like, it's been like a 9. Personally wise, bro, it's been pretty cool. After last night, I had like a huge like therapy session with the homies at basketball, like till like 3 in the morning, bro. So we're just there.
Damn,
like,
bro, you chicks be letting you out at 3 in the morning, dude.
Bro, I'm out at 3
Just
a.m.
when I got
bro.
home.
I'm getting at least 10
when
calls.
I got home, you know, I got it, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm about to leave past fucking 12:20, dude. I
Nah,
got Stripes
bro.
to pick up some gummy worms for myself. I get shitted on.
Yeah, nah, when I got home, you know what I mean? You already know how it is, but yeah, bro, this weekend has been pretty awesome, bro. But you know, personally wise, I feel like I'm at an 8 after, like, you know, talking to the homies and stuff. I just bought issues and things like that. Like, just.
But did you kiss the homies goodnight?
Yes. It's
No,
some of the combo.
no,
Tab.
They're not your homies if you don't kiss them goodnight.
I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna wink.
No,
What are we saying over there?
But yeah, bro, it's been pretty freaking amazing, bro.
Hey,
Wow.
did you kiss the homies, bro? Just cover the camera.
Yes. There's a mic right here, bro. Just kidding. Hey, no, but I feel like I've been, honestly, family wise, been a 9, and honestly, like mentally wise, I've been an 8, bro. How about y'all, man? How y'all doing?
I'm solid, bro. You saw my snap, bro. We had a
The lemonade, bro.
dude,
That shit was awesome.
The girls came to me yesterday. I wasn't even done working yet, dude. And they were just like, we should do a lemonade stand. I was like,
Lemonade stand?
lemonade stand. I was
Sweet.
like, man, lemonade stand. I haven't heard that in years.
I haven't, bro.
Dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I haven't.
I
dude,
don't
like,
even think I ever saw one, bro.
Me neither. I mean,
Oh, actually, I have it.
Where I grew up, I grew up. I mean, anybody who's from Edinburgh, they know where the Edinburgh prison's at. The Edinburgh County is at. I grew up really out there, like
Damn.
fucking yeah.
Like, are you or what?
It's out there, bro.
No, so
close?
it's a little neighborhood called Fayetteville. It's like an area called Fayetteville. It's right past the Love truck stop before you get to the prison. So I lived out there. We had a half acre and shit.
Yeah.
And everybody in my neighborhood had a half acre. So it was like everybody fucking was like spread out type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And so like to have like a fucking lemonade stand in a damn neighborhood with a total of like 14 houses, like it probably was gonna work.
Probably like one every hour.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
yeah. Luckily now, like we spoke about earlier with social media, dude, I tweeted it out. Like the girls want to have a lemonade stand. They want to make their own money for Disney. We take off to Disney in 2 weeks, and they're like, we want to make our own money for
We're
Disney.
at Florida or
Florida, Disney World, yeah. So
Bro,
Disney World, Florida.
They don't fuck around with that California
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They don't, bro.
Not yet. We plan on going though. We plan on going to
Just experience
California.
it.
So yeah, it's definitely like, I mean, you've been there, Don. It's definitely, you ever been there, Disneyland?
Yeah, he did.
It's like a day thing. It's like, it's kind of like you pop in, pop out type shit. You can still have dinner at night somewhere else type shit. It's kind of fast, right? It's like a Six Flags type shit. It's really small, but the Disney World, dude, we did the count checker,
It's the world.
it's the world.
It's the
fam.
world.
So Disney World, Magic Kingdom, is like 4 times the size of Disneyland, California. Alone.
Holy shit.
Like me and my wife went for her
Insane.
birthday in March, going into June. March, April, May, June. Oh, May going into June. My bad. I don't know my months. So we went for May, June for her birthday, and I had like the step counter on my phone, and she had it on her Apple Watch. Bro, we walked 14 miles in one day. 14 miles. And I did it all in Jordan 1 mochas.
Crazy.
I was wearing mochas all fucking day.
No cushion. Oh, hell.
But
no.
anyway, getting back to the
Bro.
shit.
Zoom,
Yeah,
damn,
I was out there,
I don't know
bro.
about all that, man.
So they wanted a lemonade stand, dude. They tell me this like at 5:30. I'm on my last cut, and I was like, "Fuck it!" Like, in my head, I was like, fuck it. If we're gonna do this shit, like I'm gonna do this shit. Like I'm gonna do this shit right. I'll insert clip here, right, Don? We'll insert a picture here of the girls'
Of
lemonade.
the girls.
But dude, I fucking went off. Dude, I went to the kitchen. We had a brand new bag of lemons. We have, you know, like the thing you put the lemon on
Yeah.
to actually
Yeah.
squeeze that shit and get like the pulp out. I did that shit. I was there for like fucking 15 minutes, like just squeezing lemons. I pulled out like 15 strawberries, bro. I made a strawberry lemonade, homemade strawberry lemonade. I threw that bitch in a blender, blended up the strawberries, and it was like nice and pulpy.
Love that poem, bro.
Yeah, and I put them into mason jars, dude. And I made it super like modern. It's like we have a wicker basket, like for it's a toy chest wicker basket, and I put that outside, and then we have a bamboo tray, like a serving tray, and I put the 2 different kinds of lemonade we had there. I bought like really nice cups from like the dollar store, Dollar General. We did like the ice, you know what I mean? I had Germix on the table. I had a little plant on the table. It was so cute, bro. Like I fucking kind of went off with these chicks. I even put them a fan outside to like, you know, get a good breeze for them.
awesome, bro.
Yeah, dude, these chicks made fucking almost $70
Damn.
on fucking lemonade, dude.
You're like, God damn, I need to start.
Yeah, I was like, I need to.
Y'all need to go to
Once
work.
a week.
Y'all need to go
they
to
do
work,
this shit
bro.
once a week, bro. Yeah, no, they want to do it again Sunday, so y'all better pull up.
No,
For
I'll
sure,
put up
bro.
shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who came through. A couple of my homies came through, and dude, they like paid them like fucking $6 each for. I had it. It was $1 cups, bro. Like I was dead ass. Like I was like, bro, you need change, and they're like, dude, no. I was like, bro, please take change. Like, and they're like, dude, fuck off. Like I don't want change. And I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
For your kids, bro.
So yeah, I mean, dude, they banked out. Good for them. So they made like a total of $70, and I told them like, we'll split it in half. You know what I mean? We're gonna go put them onto Disney gift cards and fucking.
Yeah, whatever y'all want.
Yeah, whatever. When we
Souvenirs,
go over
bro.
there, and again, we do it on Sunday,
I'm
and
gonna take 10%
people.
of this cut because I got.
Yeah, I actually had to work and make this shit. No, but everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh fuck, couldn't make it all this shit," and I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna do it again Sunday." Like, "Oh, I'm gonna pull
That's
up."
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Don't reply.
So Sunday I'm gonna put up I have like one of those like beach tents, like the big fucking beach tents, like the canopy style ones. I'm gonna put that up for them. Set them up again and throw them out there with a couple of fans, and you know, I'll put it on Twitter and we'll see who comes through.
But
Mass
what-
recommended.
what about that slice of choco flando?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my wife make the choco
Say
flan.
that's all right.
I'll have my wife make the choco flan so you get the slice, bro.
So that was family, right? Like,
That's family, bro. So this week has been solid, bro. My wife just got her wisdom teeth pulled out, so she's kind of down bad, and it's kind of fucking not taking a toll on me. I'm not gonna say it's taking a toll on me because she just got them out yesterday, but
but you got.
I will say like so she got them out at like 1 in the afternoon, and she got home around like 2 or 3. I went to go pick up the kids from my in-laws, and I was like, you know what? I was working with the kids. I had the kids at the house while I was, you know, finishing up on some haircuts. And every time I have like the kids while I'm working, it's always kind of tough. Specifically, not so much with Emma and Stella, because they're the older. Excuse me. They can kind of get their own stuff. But with Ezra, man, Ezra's kind of the tough one. Luckily, he was like, yeah, he's 2, bro. So it's like, it's not even so much the terrible shit. It's just he can't do a lot of stuff on his own yet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Emma's 7, bro.
responsibility.
Emma's about to be 7. Stella's about to be 5. So it's like, dude, straight up, they want a sandwich, they'll make their own sandwich. They want some cereal, they can pour them cereal. You know what I mean? Ezra,
Yeah.
like, this fool wants a fucking bottle, and I gotta stop what I'm doing to go
Yeah,
fill this fool up a
gotta
bottle.
feed him too, 'cause
Yeah.
he can't hold it yet.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, he feeds himself. No,
Oh,
he
yeah.
feeds himself 100%.
Sweet.
That dude just sits in his high chair and he munches out. But overall, family-wise, like 8 or 9. Mentally, but also about 7 or 8. Oh, I think I'm always gonna be like a 7 or 8. I have a lot of just, you know, like previous life trauma that
Yeah.
like I kind of hold on to, and I really should start trying to let go of it. It kind of holds me back from progressing and becoming a better person.
Yeah.
I won't use that as an excuse because it really is an excuse. I just gotta learn to move forward. But I still always give myself like the 7 or 8. Family wise though, like 8 or 9. It was fucking fun, dude. It was actually
That's
fun. We're
awesome,
out
bro.
there, and I had a homie who came from Benson Road, bro. Like all the way from Benson. He's like, bro, I'm on my way. And I was like, dude, like it's dark, dude. He's like, dude, I'm on my fucking way. Like,
Have a cup ready.
yeah. He's like, dude.
It's fucking
yeah.
awesome,
And the
bro.
girls were like, is he coming? And I was like, yeah, like he's on his way. Like, You know, they don't know where the fuck Benson Roads at. He's coming. He's like, you know, he's by mommy's
It's
work.
close by.
Yeah, he's close by. He's like, you know. But nah, he came all the way from fucking Benson Road. I even had people who like cash at me who were at work and like couldn't make it. They're like, bro, for the lemonade that I'm not drinking.
Drink one for me.
Yeah, they're like, here, I'm mentally drinking lemonade with y'all, like type shit. So shout out to those fools too, bro. It made my daughter's days, man, and they're so excited. I told them again, like we'll probably end up doing it Sunday.
Y'all
And,
paying for the trip.
Yeah, it's you know Disney's on them this time, bro.
Profit.
But yeah, no, yeah. Overall, 7 or 8, 8 or 9, family wise.
awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
it was solid. Fucking, it was super good. It was fun, man.
That's awesome, bro. How about you, George? How you been, brother?
I'll start out by myself mentally first. I guess me personally, I know I'm always good. I think on Monday and Tuesday when my week started off, I was kind of rocky, bro. But I think it's just like a mental battle that sometimes we have with ourselves. And I know like those days I woke up, man, like I was on a different kind of mind state, bro. Like I still went to the gym and everything, but like I had to fight this urge of negative thoughts that were going through my head. Because again, I'm not a negative person, but I couldn't explain as to why that was occurring to me, and I'm just like, bro, why you thinking like that, talking to myself type shit. And I mean, thankfully I got through it, right? I mean, I honestly don't. There's not a reason why that happens. Sometimes that just happens randomly to me, like just negative things start flowing through your head, and you just start having that mental battle with yourself. And I know that happened to a lot of people out there, so I would just say, man, try to push through that, and try to, I guess, reiterate the positive things you got going in your life to yourself, because that's what I do, man. Like, I'm in that state of mind, and I don't feed it, because if you feed it, man, it just starts fucking catching fire, and bro, you find yourself in the pit, and you don't want to do that. I would just say, man, attack that with some positivity, whatever it is that gives you positive a mind state, I guess, and you can go from there, man. That's what I did, and thankfully by Wednesday I was feeling like myself again, a positive mind state, waking up, all of that. So I guess I started off with a 7, but I ended off with a 9. Like I always try to be a 9, right? And that's where I'm at mentally. Also, not just because of that, but family now, I'm also at an 8. Leaning more to a 9 now because things are actually looking a lot better, and in the legal aspect, like I mentioned in past videos. But also because I got to see my daughter this week, and not just that, she got student of the week, bro. So,
Let's go.
bro, she told me, I was like, okay, like that's what's up. Like I mean, it's minimal things, right? But like I know for her,
Small victories, bro.
She don't know
small
what
victories.
She
You
probably
gotta
don't know what
celebrate
it
the
means,
small
but
victories.
yeah, exactly. Like I try to like let her know, like, hey, it's a good thing, like just talk to her, like keep doing what you're doing, keep doing that, you're gonna be great. Like just trying to feed her.
Like, yeah, again,
like-
small victories.
she's like-
Celebrate the small victories,
She's like,
bro.
fuck that, dad with my toy, I could.
So what'd you buy me?
Hey,
So what'd you buy me?
So what we gonna buy, bro?
Yeah, but I mean, her telling me that, man, just like kind of like sealed my whole week, and I was like, man, that's dope, cause like, dude, she just started school. It's like I know it's her second week in school, but to already be student of the
But
week.
she's already sitting on kids.
I
Just
know,
know,
I was like,
y'all
there we
need to step your
go.
kids up,
So,
bro.
Next thing, they got student of the month too, so I try to put
Y'all
that
get
to go.
trash. Fuck you talking. Oh
Get
no.
in line. Nah, but I'm trying to set those goals for her as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like they have student of the month, and I told her like aim for that.
That's the next goal. That's what I'm saying. Small victories
Oh, wait,
lead
so
to
that's the
big,
weeks to
big
the month?
wins, bro.
Yeah, they got
Oh
that.
shit, I didn't know that.
Me neither, bro.
They got
I'm
student of the
like,
year or
bro,
not?
I don't think I ever got student of the
They
week,
got-
bro.
Emma actually had student of the month.
Bro, I was a GT kid too. What the heck, bro? I didn't
Hey,
know.
the fuck is this to fail me, man?
What the hell, bro? Nah, that was cool, man. I think that was as a
That's
parent,
awesome,
bro.
bro.
I think things like that just make you feel good,
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. You hold on to those things, dude. Like those little things you'll hold on to, and the day that it comes to when she's 15, 16, 17, and like she does something really cool in school, and let's just say, bro, she gets like valedictorian or salutatorian. Like those are like
Yeah,
small
bro.
victories you can bring up, bro. Like,
Exactly.
hey, I remember it being your first week of school,
Yeah.
and you're a student of the week, and look at you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's something that you can hold on to, bro. And you hold on to that, and you don't ever let that go, and you keep it with you. You know what I mean? You
No
keep
doubt.
it with you even when she forgets. You keep it with
Yeah.
you, so that day comes, bro, and you can remind them that like, hey, like, you know what I mean? You started off here, and
This is where you're at now.
this is where you're at, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
Top 10% of her school.
Yeah, reiterate
Top
that to her.
5% of her
I mean,
school.
she's
Like,
small, right? But I reiterate a lot of those things to her, and like I know I mentioned it before. Where I told her like Bella doesn't give up, Bella finds a way. So I told her that like, hey, I like that you got student of the week. That's amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And hey, remember, Bella don't give up. And she ends it up with Bella finds a way. So I'm like,
That's awesome, bro.
there we go, man. Like,
yeah,
that's
that's beautiful, bro. Yeah,
That's a little
fuck
seed
yeah.
I'm planting, bro. Because I know as she ages, bro, it's gonna be very helpful for her because
Yeah.
she's gonna have that determined kind of
What
mentality.
are the words of affirmation Yeah.
for sure.
Positive words of affirmation.
That's awesome,
100%.
bro. Hey,
That's
man.
where we're at, though.
I'm happy you guys are doing amazing, man. Keep up being great fathers, and it's cool because that's kind of the topic we are at right now. What kind of father do you want to be, man? So basically, before we can even say that, like, bro, what kind of father figures do you? I mean, not father figures, but bro, how were you guys raised up? Like, how were you guys raised?
Talking about background and stuff. Me, I've mentioned it before, briefly, but going more into depth about it. Like my dad, he's always worked in construction, so people out there working in construction, man, that's a tough job, man. He took me to,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, he took me to work with them as a little kid, bro. When on the summers when there wasn't school, just so I could get a feel of it.
Mhm.
And every time he'd take me, he'd be like, "Hey, man, I want you to go to school and study." And
Like this is what
Yeah.
you can do. My
Yeah,
my dad
'cause-
always told me there's like 3 beds in life. It's and in reality I don't really fucking believe in that shit. But there's more beds in life that you can choose. He's always told me there's 3 beds, bro. There's a college dorm bed, there's a prison bed, there's a death bed, bro. You choose the one you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You choose those
That's
3.
right.
But I was like,
It's kind of facts, bro.
hey, fuck school. No, everybody's in college, bro. Keep going. But you know what I mean? There's multiple other things you can do now.
Yeah,
but you
for
know what I mean?
sure.
There's 3 beds in life. There's your school dorm. There's there's a prison bed,
Yeah.
and there's a death bed, bro.
Wait,
so
wait.
you
Dad, where's the sex bed at?
hey, Dad, where's your bed, bro? Where you been, bro? What's up?
Facts. Nah, man, but that's pretty cool, bro. But your dad was a construction worker, so you got
Yeah.
So I see where you have like that mentality where it's like
Strong-willed, yeah.
that strong will, like that
Workers'
that
mentality.
work
And that's basically what he always tried to put me on, bro. He always.
hard.
This guy's flexing
Bro,
hard.
dude, he would always make me carry the
This guy's-
boxes.
this guy's
bro,
flexing
like,
for the
carry
camera, bro.
this
He's
and sort of
capping.
like it'd be the hard part because like he just has to like. I mean, he puts it to the harder part, right? Because he's
Yeah.
paying the time and stuff. But like me, dude, carrying those shits.
Carrying a
it's
box of
heavy,
towels is
bro.
fucking heavy, bro.
As a what 12, 13-year-old,
Dude.
bro, and then this bags of cement, they're 50 pounds, bro. They light, bro, they're
and-
heavy. So he would always take me, and I'm like, man, bro, I'd be sweating, and then I would get managers are really bad, especially when there's pollen, and in places of construction, there's a lot of pollen.
Yeah, there's a bunch
Bro, I
of
would
dust in the air.
My eyes would get red. I would just start sneezing, bro. Like, I hated it, bro. But all of that helped me tell myself, bro, I do not want to do this.
Like I don't want to fucking be
Yeah,
here.
I don't want to work in this, bro. Like, and he's like, try to get into an office, try to get into like in a position.
Air
where you're
conditioned
not-
area, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to everybody that works on that, man. Because honestly, like, I didn't do it to the extent that my dad does. He still does it. Like, that's a very tough job to do, man. Because it's not just like the time where it's difficult, but like throughout time, it deteriorates your body, bro. Like,
Yeah, exactly,
As you
man.
get older, my grandpa's 64, 65, and he's still working like that. But that's the only kind of work that he knew.
That's the only thing that they know,
That's
bro.
right, like the cement, like making the driveways, he actually
Hey,
made
but they're
houses and
prideful of
stuff.
that shit, bro.
Oh, yeah,
You know, they take crazy pride in what they
He
do.
made my his son, my uncle's house in
Mhm.
Austin, bro. It's a big house, bro. Like my dad helped my grandpa made it, but my grandpa's the one that basically got the whole layout and they bro from the ground up. Even my mom's house, like it's crazy to think that they actually did that. Like we didn't have to hire
Literally, like by hand, bro.
and,
Like
we didn't have to hire like some
fruits of your labor, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Just
The
like
fruits
that,
of your
like,
labor.
I can't do that shit for
Nah.
sure, but seeing that they did that, I'm like, man, like that's dope. I think that's dope, but I personally cannot do that myself. But as far as I guess more so as how I grew up, like I mentioned, he always put us first. He always put his family first. He was
Mhm.
always sacrificed for him for us. So he would always prefer that we have it, whether it be shoes, clothes, and food, before he had it. So if it came to worst case scenario, and he couldn't have it, but we had it, he was okay with that as long as we had it. So I think like that, for me, I didn't see it then. Like I see it now, and it's like, man, that's a big sacrifice, you know, to do that. Like he's being really selfless, you know.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the times though, he's like that as a person, not just with us, like even with people. And I guess that's something that I have pushback on because I know people out there are not, I guess, grateful for that kind of people.
Yeah.
They take advantage of that, and I think my dad, for the most part, some of his people or friends or people he worked with, like they would kind of manipulate or take advantage of his loyalty and his
Yeah, his work ethic,
truthfulness, bro. And I always tell him, man, like I know that you're a great person. Now that I'm older, like I know that you're a great person. You've always been a great person, but like there's things that you gotta set limits and boundaries on because
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
people,
They'll
people
just
take
walk
advantage
all
of
over
it,
you
bro.
for that shit.
Yeah, and I think he's done a better job now, but I think then, like, I didn't see it like that, right? But he didn't. I don't know. He didn't really have I guess that not support, but I guess that.
That's another
that
thing, like
conversation.
setting boundaries, bro. Like,
Yeah.
especially now that I mean everybody has a big boy job at this point, bro. And it's like your boss asks you to come in on your day off. Like, learn to say no.
Yeah.
That's your fucking day off. Especially like you guys have kids, bro. Like when your job calls you, bro, it's on your day off. It's like, hey, can you come in? Like so and so say, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
This is my day off, bro. Like,
but if you don't got kids, bro, you better pick up that
low
motherfucking
key,
call,
yeah,
dog.
like
You
low
better
key,
pick
yeah,
up
you
that
better
call.
pick up that call.
Get
But
that
I mean,
bread.
even like me, like I'll be taking after hour cuts on my days off, and I kind of think to myself, because I do charge, I kind of tax on my days off. But again, it's like if I'm gonna work on the day that I'm not supposed to be working, I'm gonna make my bread, bro.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
and, you know, I have a set price for a reason so that people can be like, oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
But
have
then
it.
they fucking say yeah.
But then they
I'm
say
cool.
yeah, and I'm,
Hey,
just, yeah, I'm
But
cool
you're
with it
making
anyway.
that extra
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do. You know, instead of cutting 4 people on a regular day, I cut 2 people on my day off and make what I would make on a 4-person day.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm making double. So it's like, it's like a bittersweet type shit. Like if they say no, it's like fuck it. Like I don't even care.
Yeah.
But if they say yeah, it's like, well, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? My chick especially, she's like, yeah, you better fucking do it.
Hey,
We got Disney trip coming
yeah,
up.
okay.
No, but back to that, my dad, bro. Like he, aside that, like I think I try to understand kind of the way he was a parent for me, growing up, because I know I mentioned before, like he was a great father in that aspect, a great person in general. But when it came to like us communicating with me, talking about like situations or things that I was going through, like that's not something he really had. And I think he was often pushed by my mom to talk to me, so it's kind of like he was forced to actually talk to me.
Yeah.
Because my mom wanted him to talk to me.
But again, we
And
mentioned it last time, like Mexican men specifically,
Yeah.
or like all men in general, don't really know how to
society
speak
and
on
culture goes.
their, we don't know how to speak on our emotions very much.
Exactly. So that's kind of where I try to like I said, I always try to understand somebody's motives and actions and why they are the way they are, because obviously there's a reason why they're like that. They're not just like because they choose to be like that. I mean,
100%.
sometimes yes, to some extent, but there's influences and things that happen in your life that impact you, that make you or help you be that way, right? And in my case, my dad, like I try to understand, like yes, like you just mentioned culture and society, the way conditions meant to be. Not talking about their problems, not talking about emotions, not talking about things like that. But more so than that, also like him not having his father. You know, I mentioned his father actually passed away. He got shot down, and I don't know exactly what kind of impact that had in his life. It's actually a conversation that I haven't had with him. I would like to have that conversation with him at some point in time.
Does he watch these videos?
No, I don't believe so. I haven't seen him. I talked to him last week. I haven't seen him since then. Cause he's always right now he's working up north. He's always working, bro. So
Yeah.
he's never down here. When he's down here, I get to see him every now and then. But I mean, like, bro, you're busy with what you gotta do with your fist, all that stuff.
100%.
So we try to keep up as much as we can, right? But I don't think he watches this video. But I'm gonna let him know to watch him, because I would like for him to
Especially this one.
to get some content out of it, bro. Because I think
Yeah.
like I mentioned, I don't
It can help him too. Like I mean,
Exactly.
in a sense, like to let it's easier for him to see how the way you speak about him so highly.
Exactly, and
You know what I
that's,
mean?
that's the way I was talking to my mom yesterday, man. I mentioned her, like I mentioned him to her, that we talked about stuff like this, and she was like, "What did you say?" Like all like,
Yeah,
like what did you
it's
say?
like you know what, dude? My wife does it. Jamie does that shit. She's like, well, don't be too personal. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm like,
like,
no, there's this
but like, I'm not
thing
gonna
there.
fucking air us out, dog. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not gonna air us out, but like, I'm also gonna be as transparent as like
Yeah.
I can without overstepping. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Of course, like you want to let us know, you know,
Yeah.
who you really are and like how you really feel
And that's-
without fully like airing your shit out.
Basically, like I was talking to my mom about it, right? And she's like, I said, like, what are you saying? Stuff like that. I'm like, no, it's not even anything bad. Like I'm just saying, like the reality of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think my dad's
Why
always
you
been
fucking
there.
airing us out,
And like
George?
he's been great. He's always been great. Always sacrificed for us. But I will say that like he didn't have communication with
Yeah.
me the way I now that I'm older would like to have with my daughters. You know,
Mm.
like that's something that I think like has taught me on what to do as a father, or what I would like to be as a father. And so I just mentioned that to her. So I feel like if he watches this, he'll understand me a lot more in that aspect. Because like I said, he was always pushed by my mom to talk to me, and that's what I told her too. Like I told her that
It
that
felt
I
like
mentioned that.
genuine.
Yeah, because he was kind of like not forced to, but I guess
Us too.
he had to get asked to, and that's the whole idea of it. Like, why do you have to get asked for?
He
that,
never did
you
it
know?
on his own.
But like I mentioned, like I try to piece that and make sense of it, because like I said, like he didn't have his father there when he passed away, and I mean he didn't have any other father figure or somebody to look up to I guess have guidance or have those conversations with. Like yeah, culture, society play a role in that, in the conditioning of men not talking about their emotions or being very, I guess, being a bottle, a closed bottle, bro. Like you just hold it in, right?
Mhm.
But at some point, like that bottle will explode, bro. Like
Mhm.
you need to fucking talk about it. Like that's the reality of it. So he never did. I know my mom mentions that he sometimes talks with her in private, and he'll have like his breakdowns or whatever he has in private. But he never shows us that. He never showed us that. He always showed us like He's strong-willed, determined. You know, he has his faith, and like that's all I ever saw. I never saw my dad cry. It was like, and my mom told my dad cry. I'd be like, damn, bro, like.
No,
What's this homie going? I'm like, nah, I never seen him cry. Like, what are you talking about? But it's again, that also goes back to society and our culture, like being conditioned to not show those kind of emotions, like men don't cry type of deal. So, like, I feel like him, if he watched this, like, I think he would want to talk to me about like his, I guess, upbringing, because I think that's a very important conversation to have, bro. Because like, I would want to know, like, when his father passed, like, you know, what was his response? What was his reaction? How did he feel?
And even if he, like, let's say like he kind of pushed that down into his mind and like kind of wanted to forget about it. Him wanting to talk about it would be like a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. I think because like she'll try to say like your dad doesn't like talk about things. I'm like, yes, mom. There's a reason why. Like,
yeah, there's a reason.
You got to figure out why. He's like, he's just not like that. I'm like, mom, no. Like, he can say he's like that, but there's something deep in there that he's not mentioning because he don't want to talk about it. And there's a reason why he don't want to talk about it. And if he doesn't want to talk about it, that's okay. But like, I would like for him to at one point in his life like have that conversation with him. That way I know like what he went through, and it's gonna help me understand him a lot more, like to a deeper extent, you know. So I hope one day, like, you know, you're watching this, Dad. I love you, but I hope we talk about that, you know, not just that, but you know, like kind of like the way the course he took after that, because I know like he was going to school, bro, and he actually like stopped going to college because he wanted to help out my grandma, his mom, you know, kind of like maintain the house, you know, keep moving forward.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, 10 brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, a bunch of brothers.
And it's crazy, bro, because when my grandma passed away, bro, like before she actually like left Earth, like my dad was the last one to get to her room. She didn't pass away until she saw him. Like I don't know, like that's for me. That's crazy, bro. Like there's crazy stories about like people when they pass away, right? Like waiting for the last minute or having kind of this kind of experiences, out of body experience, whatever. Like she like didn't pass away until she saw him, like, and she loved him a lot. Like I'm not saying like there's a fairy in there, but like. But like to actually like stay alive and see your last son, and then like after that you're gone, like that's crazy, bro. Like, and that in itself, I'm pretty sure had an impact on him because he lost both his parents already, you know. So losing one parent is good enough. Of course, his mom was a lot older. I think it was in 2001 when that happened. So I was probably like in first, second grade. And I mean, for him, like that's another kind of experience he has to deal with because I'm a first grader and he just lost his mom. He don't have his dad now. So what kind of I guess experience do you have through that, and how do you parent your child through that and move forward, and you know all of that? Like that's something that I would want to know because those are tough situations.
That's tough. Yeah.
You feel me? Like
100%, it's tough.
But that's the kind of background I have, man. I think as far as like growing up through elementary and all of that, like he was always supportive of me going to school. Obviously, I was GT student. Shout out to GT students out there.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
And even, I mean, now think about it, it's kind of crazy, bro, because like. You're labeling kids, bro. Like, what
that's what I was thinking too. Like, they kind of like it does really fuck with some kids' mental state. Like we were saying earlier, like with the whole likes and the you know the shares and shit like on social media. We can kind of see where that led to. Because I mean, if you're a GT student, and then there's the kids who weren't, and it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, am I not good enough?
Stupid?
Yeah, am I dumb? Like, I remember, you know, like.
And they I'm
sure they can be. They asked their parents like, "Hey, like, why is my friend Jose fucking GT?" And like,
but some kids that are GT that aren't, or like you know that aren't.
There's some kids that are GT and they're like.
The parents.
It's just weird, bro.
But how
I know it's because your mom's on the PTO.
You should be coming up.
Yeah, you should be here with me in the sped class, dog.
Suck it, Joey.
She with me, dog. You see this teacher here?
I know your dad wrote that check,
She's
dog.
for us, bro. Not just me. She's for us, bro. Don't be fucking weird.
How are you brought up, though?
Why are you being weird to me?
Nah, but yeah.
I was, dude, my bring up was completely different probably from y'all's. My dad was very abusive, mainly mentally, a lot physically too, but mainly mentally, man. He was a very, like, mental abuser, like, to my mom, making her feel like she wasn't enough and you know, like, she didn't do enough. My dad had a very bad drug problem with crack, and coke and weed, and I didn't know about any of this until I was like 12. I knew that he smoked weed. Motherfucker, why does it smell like that out here?
Yeah.
I walk outside the backyard to go play some fucking soccer in the back, and the motherfucker, what's up, son? You know,
what you got back there?
What do you do? What's that smell? But. You know, I didn't know my dad fucking smoked crack, man, for, you know, majority of my life until I was like 14. He was already in prison for 3 years at that point. So my dad went to prison when I was 11. But prior to that, my dad was a very abusive, manipulative aggressive person. And I think it also had a lot to do with just his upbringing. His dad left him. His mom wasn't a very fucking good person. And also, I mean, obviously his drug habits. You know what I mean? Because of his drug habits, like he became the person that he was. I watched my dad try to commit suicide multiple times. I watched my dad hit my mom multiple times. I watched my dad break our TVs because we'd watch TV, we'll watch TV eating dinner. He would get up and go outside, grab a sledgehammer, come in, break the TV.
Wow.
That's the type of dad my dad was. And when I was 11, dude, what's crazy, man, is the type of person that he was. I always thought so highly of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always like my dad's like the
Follow
fucking,
good
you know what I
kids,
mean?
bro.
My
As
dad's
kids,
like the
just-
coolest guy.
Yeah.
And it's like my dad had tattoos and he was fucking cool, and you know what I mean? He was a truck driver. He gets to see all these places. And now that I'm an adult, bro, I look back and I'm like, this guy was a fucked up, like, he was a fucked up dude. And you know, growing up like that, man, I mean, you don't realize it. You know? You don't realize what, like, the danger you're actually in until you're older.
Yeah.
He went to prison when I was 11. I was a 6-year. This was like literally around the time that I met Jamie. My dad went to prison. Dude, I found drugs really early. I found drugs at 11. My dad went to prison. I met Jamie. I started smoking weed really, really early. I was 11 years old. He went to prison, and I didn't really have a lot of direction. I didn't really know, like, who I was and what I wanted to do. So
And at that point, like you're kind of like your only direction, or people that aim you in directions
Yeah.
are your peers, bro. Like
yeah, so the people I hung around with, like, I still hang out with a lot of the fools that, like, I grew up with. Like, they're homies, bro, and like to watch them grow into the people that we are now, it's fucking beautiful. But you know, at the time, like, a lot of our influence was like Jackass and like Viva La Bam and fucking,
Little Wayne.
you know what I mean? I skated a lot, dude. I skated a lot all through middle school. I listened to death metal and fucking, you know, screamo, and I wore fucking skinny jeans, and you know what I mean? I went to shows here and there, and you know, so I grew up in like the very like skate culture, like very like, you know, don't give a fuck, very rebellious. You know, I did a lot of shit, man. I've experienced a lot, I would say.
Yeah.
But it definitely has like molded me into the person that I am, and because of like who my father was and like the way he was with us, it definitely, like, me just being drug free and me being alcohol free already to me is like a fucking huge,
made
like,
it,
yeah,
bro.
I did this shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I stopped smoking weed when I found out Jamie was pregnant with Emma. I stopped. I smoked a little bit like after Emma was born, but I stopped doing drugs. You know, all through the pandemic, I didn't drink. I didn't drink for 9 months. I'll have a beer here and there. Dude, my shit's like micheladas. I love micheladas.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even so much for the beer. Like, I'll drink a
girl
clamato
does it.
by itself.
Yeah,
My girl,
You know what I mean? That's the
literally
shit,
always
dude.
make 'em, bro.
Yeah,
That's
so
the shit.
it's not even so much like the beer for me anymore. It's just like I like to just, you know, I like to have a fucking michi, bro.
Yeah.
But because of like how I was brought up, my mom too, man. My mom watches the videos too, and I know it'll probably like break her. Yeah, shout out to my mom, bro. But I know it'll probably like hurt her a little bit. But my mom struggled also with alcoholism and prescription drugs, man. So both my parents kind of fought their own demons and battles, and because of that, like, I know what not to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know exactly what not to do. I don't know what to do, but I know what not to do. You know what I mean?
for sure.
It's we've said it time and time again. This is not a fucking.
No, you don't.
This is not a manual
It's not
on
a
how to be a
manual,
dad.
man.
This is
Yeah,
just 3 dudes sharing experiences
Word up.
on how we're doing it,
Yeah.
and maybe, just maybe, this fucking helps somebody else. And
Yeah,
obviously, with some of the comments, it seems like it is, and that fucking feels so good.
Yeah, bro, it does.
But because of who my father was and how my mother was too, I know that me and Jamie are doing exactly what we should be doing. You know what I mean?
And that's what I say a lot, bro. Is that when people feel down, bro, like when people feel down, when they feel like, oh, I'm not successful, I don't have money, or I didn't go to school, or whatever the case may be.
And sometimes I do that shit to myself.
It's things like that, Toby, that I personally tell other people is like, bro, every success, bro. I hate the word success because like people think, oh,
This is
I
the
have
way to
money.
do it only.
Yeah, but like, bro,
Yeah.
success is like you say, like, bro, like you made it for the fact that you didn't end up like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's your success to you. And I feel like I'm the similar way, bro. I'm gonna let you finish, but I feel like that is like your success, bro. Like you have kids, and you know.
And again,
Yeah.
we're celebrating small victories, bro. And like to
For
me,
sure.
That's small victory,
it's a small victory for me, and
for the big picture, hell yeah, bro.
for the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely, like because of who my father was.
Nah,
And
bro,
actually,
bro,
I
that's not a
really
small
do
victory,
hope.
bro. That's a huge victory,
Yeah,
bro.
huge
That's a
victory.
huge victory, bro.
And I really do hope this video ends up his way somehow or
Yeah.
another. Maybe a family member shares
Yeah.
it to him some way. But Dad, if you do end up watching the shit, you fucked me up, man. You
Yeah.
fucked me up, but because of that, like I am the father I am. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
That's
Sure.
amazing, bro.
You know, so we were joking about it last video. It's like a fuck you dad shit, but like
Yeah.
you know,
It really gets deep in there, bro.
yeah, it's deeper than that, dude. It definitely is deeper than that, and I know I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I'm doing the right thing, and I'm not gonna end up like that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
I won't let myself get that way
Yeah, man.
because I grew up like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of puts
Yeah,
things in
bro.
perspective, bro. You're good, man.
Nah, and my what may bring it up, bro, is kind of the same, bro. Like obviously we're Mexican, right? We're we a lot of our parents don't have papers and stuff like that, and that's the case with my mom. The way I am, bro, like the way y'all see me and stuff, like positivity. If y'all met my mom, you have the
The
luxury
privilege.
to meet my mom, like you know what I mean. And many people out there, if you watch this video, you know my mom. So like, bro, like my mom was super positive, bro, and that's when you never see me with like I never see me mad, upset. Like I'm always positive about everything for the fact that my mom, bro, like she's like everything that positive, bro. And what I mean by that is that, bro, like me, like growing up, I was like we were poor, bro. Like we were poor, like my mom has like a like second, third degree education. My dad, well, my dad's not in the picture, right? Like he's R&R whatsoever, and and then my brother's dad, like he was like like obviously like we're Mexican, right? Like we cartel stuff like that. Like, I don't really know the full background to that, but I remember, bro. Like I remember going with him. Like he used to cross people and stuff like that. So I remember, like I guess he used to steal drugs, bro. But to me, I was a little kid, so I didn't know. He'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna go leave candy."
You know
I'm
where,
like,
bro.
okay,
You just
cool.
know where.
So we're just like, he'll go on the bicycle and I just go with him. He's like, oh, you're gonna go with me. I was like, okay, like let's go.
But
And he would just go and he would like it's like a piece of foil and he would just give it to the guy, right? And then they'll be like, oh, you guys bring me candy today? And I'll be like, yeah, we're bringing you candy. Like, bro, I was a fucking drug dealer, dog.
motherfucker's a drug
Like, you know
dealer.
what I mean? I was a
Oh,
drug dealer.
no.
I was a
Oh,
drug
no.
dealer when I was a little
That's
kid.
terrible, dude.
Yeah, bro. So like, it's crazy, man. So like, while I was kind of the same in your same boat, bro, where like he was abusive to my mom, abusive to me, bro. And I tell everyone, I learned how to fucking tie my shoes because of him, bro. I was like, maybe in maybe first, second grade, bro. I wanted to go outside and play, and I asked him, "Can you tie my shoes?" He said, "No, you're tying your own." I was like, "I don't know how." He's like, "Well, you're gonna freaking learn today, bro." My brother got to go outside. My ass stayed there. We had a bunch of shoes there in the closet and stuff. My dad's like, well, my brother's dad was like, well, you're not leaving until you're not gonna go outside until you learn how to tie your shoes. Bro, I stayed up to like maybe like 10, 11 at night. I learned how to tie my shoes like that, bro. That's how I learned how to tie my shoes, bro.
So
Like,
it's like a traumatic.
yeah,
it was like a
bro,
traumatic
like,
experience, bro.
that's the thing, bro. Like, it's that hard coming that, bro. Like, and it's cool that our kids don't experience that, but it kind of sucks because they're not gonna have that edge. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But like he, like the
I think he could have, like, if I could comment on that. I think he could have done that in a more healthier way.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
You feel me? Because like
Like shows you once
Yeah.
unties and say, all right, dude.
I guess I get what he was trying to do, right? Maybe he was being a dick, but at the end of the day you learned it,
Yeah, I
right?
learned
And you
it
wouldn't
for
have learned
sure.
it if you didn't do that.
Yeah,
but
for
there's
sure.
a healthier way to go about
Yeah,
it. You feel me?
but
That's the part.
that's the way it was, bro. And like my mom, bro, like me, like my crazy experience, bro, was like I was like in second, third grade, like Toby said, like he was abusive, bro. Like me growing up poor, we always rode the bus, rode the bus to go to school. Bro, I got called in, like I think it was like second or third grade, called in the intercom. Oh, Gilbert, like the teacher tell Gilbert that he's not gonna go on the bus. Tell him to come to the front office. In my head, I was like, front office, like what the hell? Why? Like, I always take the bus.
Yeah.
Got taken to the bus, bro. Like we were waiting. It was me and my brother. We were there waiting, and we're like, "What's going on?" Right? My mom's friend come picks us up, and like they look kind of worried, and we're like, "Why are they picking us up? Like we always take the bus." We weren't even going home, bro. Like we weren't going home. We're going somewhere else. And I was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Where are we going?" we go to the police station, bro. I was like second, third grade, bro, and like, bro, like hate in a little kid is it's not really like it's not supposed to happen. You know what I mean, bro? I remember seeing my mom, bro, like bruised, like all her face is bruised, like you can hardly see her eye, bro. Like I remember that shit, bro, and I remember like her like just coming crying to us, we're crying to her, bro, and it was just like, damn, like what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like that shit really messes you up, bro. And like being a kid, bro, saying like, bro, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy if I see him. You mean like being a little kid saying like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like, bro, like I've never, and it's crazy though, bro, because to this day, like that happened, and my mom was enrolled like in some program. They helped her like fix her papers and get all this stuff, bro. My mom didn't see her mom like in 10, 12 years, like in Mexico, and she finally got to see her because of that. And bro, I remember my mom saying like, well, I'm happy that happened because we're here today. And I'm just like,
that's
damn.
the most positive.
It didn't have to go that way to like get to
man.
where you guys are at.
And it's crazy because I'm like, dude, if my mom could say like something like that, it's like, bro, how can I be negative in life? You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm so positive, bro, because of that fact that I grew up poor, bro. So like money's whatever, like to me, and like, bro, like if my mom could find something so negative happen to her life, like why can't I be positive? So like I always positive about everything, bro. I wake up, it's like as long as I'm awake, bro, like it's a great day, you know what I mean? So like that's the way I was brought up
already.
That's the way I brought up, bro. So that's why I'm so positive, and my mom's fucking amazing, bro. Like, you know, third degree. That's why I say, bro, like if our parents can do it, bro, like why, like we can do it also, like, you know what I mean? Like,
so if I may ask, like basically your mom was kind of like basically your father.
Yeah, bro. Mom was my mom and dad for sure, bro. And she's
even more than that, though.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Yeah,
she's
she
fucking
played both
awesome.
roles, like
Yeah, man. And it's cool because like she was like, my mom's super lenient, bro. Like super cool. Like she can't let us do whatever we want, but like she knew like we'll be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. Like
she let y'all flourish, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like bro. Like I was playing basketball at 3 in the morning. I was like in high school, like bro, like to the next day, like to the next morning. And my mom wouldn't even call us because she knew like we were doing like we weren't doing anything bad, and we'd just come home like fucking sweating and shit. Like, oh, you guys are playing ball? Okay, I'm gonna go to work. You know what I mean? And we just knock out like, bro.
Chorizo and egg there for you.
Yeah, man.
The potato eggs ready if y'all want. I gotta go though.
Nah, bro. That's why that's why I'm always so happy and so positive because it's like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like that's why when people are negative and stuff, and I tell that to all my friends, like, but why the fuck you so negative? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, we have so much to live for. You know what I mean? Like,
that's my mom too, though, because like she'll always like look at anything like if people try to like I guess not be positive about it as whatever they're trying to like justify their actions with, if it's not positive I guess encounter or experience, like if it's something negative that happens to somebody and they don't have a positive response to it, like I try to understand the person. My mom's like, nah, it's an excuse. Like, you gotta be positive.
Bro, exactly,
I'm just like, damn, girl, like, hold up.
That's who and Don can tell you. And Don can tell you, I'm real like that. It's like, nah, bro, like you're like, nah, like you have no excuse, bro. Like, like, and Don's like, bro, it's not like that.
What's really wrong? Like,
yeah, but and Don's and when my friends always say like, bro, it's not like that. I'm like, no, it's like that. But to me, it's like, bro, I've been through all this shit. It's like
of your mom.
Like,
that's the one too. Like I had to like not tap out, but like kind of like try to step back and try to understand the other side. I'm not saying people's excuses are justifiable or. I guess what I'm trying to say is that like I understand my mom saying that they're excuses, which is why I had the mentality that I have as far as being positive and not giving no, because she imposed that as me as well. My mom and your mom sound kind of similar in that regard, but like what I'm saying is like I try to understand the person that's giving the excuse as to why they had that excuse. You get me? My mom don't. She's like, nah, that's an excuse.
That's what I am, bro.
I just like, damn, like hold up, I'm in the middle trying to understand them. Like, okay.
And that's Don. And that's crazy because that's Don. Like Don's like trying to find the middle ground, but I'm just like, nah, Don, fuck that. Like, take my side. That's what we were doing yesterday.
Nah, bro, I try to be the middle guy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I try to be the middle man.
The mediator.
I want to understand that. I want to understand. She's like, no, it's an excuse. I'm like, okay, it's an excuse, but why? What's the reason?
What brought them to the excuse?
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, like, that's gonna help that person out in some way.
You seem very like understanding and like, you know.
I tried to be, bro.
Yeah,
I tried to be.
That's where I fell at. Is I'm not. And that's one thing I picked up from like my childhood. It was like just not being understanding and just how it is just how it is.
See, but like
that's what I kind of.
The thing is that I wasn't always like that though. Like I think like what helped me out, like I think school, man. Like I'm gonna say this first. You don't need school to be successful. I mean, people obviously know that, right? I got a degree. I'm not even working in the area.
The millionaires didn't even go to college, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So there's things, but for example, my own experience, like I got a degree, right? I got 2 degrees for that matter, but I'm not in the field that I studied in, working at what I want to work at yet, for multiple reasons, right? Like I've gone through several obstacles, several hurdles that I still got to get over to actually get where I want to go. So my journey is still, as always, going, right? I'm always striving. But I say that to say that. Damn, I lost my train of thought, bro.
You were telling me how cute I was.
Nah.
Oh.
You gotta persevere.
Nah,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
even
bro.
that, bro.
We can stop it there because we
Cut
have a
this
minute.
down.
Anyways. You have a minute, so it's okay.
Fuck, hold on. Let me think about it right now, bro. I
sit
lost
on
my train
that.
of
Sit on
thought.
that.
Ah! What were we talking about, bro?
Don, play some little cue music or something. While George-
Understanding,
Oh, I never he found it. Never mind.
Understanding. So, I said to say this, bro. Like, I try to understand people, and what helped me be that way is college, bro. Like education.
Yeah.
And you don't need to go to college to get an education. You can get that on the outside, you know, in the real experience, the real life world. So, what helped me get to understand people was studying sociology, bro. Because sociology basically is the breakdown of social constructs, bro. Things that are created by society, so you can understand it. So with that, I started applying that to every area of my life. You know, where I work at, who I hang out with people that I hang out with, wherever I go. Like I now question a lot, and that's another thing too, bro. Like when kids ask questions, bro, like I know there's parents out there that tell them like, because I said so, whatever. Like actually, like
I do that shit sometimes too. Yeah.
but like try to help your child be like comfortable asking questions, because sometimes they grow up not wanting to ask questions because.
Hey, but when they be asking the same question 14 times, bro,
Well, that's a different story,
all
though,
right, baby,
bro.
go sit down. Go sit down.
What I try to say is that if they're asking questions though, you're helping them understand they gotta question everything, because that way they're able to make, you know, logical decisions. You know, they're able to critically think about situations. You know, things of that nature. That's what you're basically helping facilitate through that. You know, you want them to ask questions because you yourself, you gotta ask questions. You gotta ask, why is this like that? Why is society like this? Why are men like this? Why are women like that? You know, because then you start to understand the root of things. You know, it's like everything. There's layers. It's like an onion, bro. There's fucking layers in onions. You gotta peel it back to get to the core of shit.
Yeah, bro. I love Shrek.
But you don't cry though.
Hey, you cry, bro.
If you don't cut the butt, you don't cry. But if you eat the butt, I might cry.
We're gonna start there, bro.
We're talking about role models that we had growing up, inspired us to be, I guess, in the way we are in a way, as far as fathers goes as well, and also what kind of father we want to be. That's the question. What kind of father do we want to be? So who wants to go?
Yeah, man. Like growing up, bro. Like me, obviously, me and Toby didn't have. Well, Toby kind of, but me, I didn't have a father growing up. So honestly, bro, like I always say, and it's biased, but I always say, like, bro, like this life is so big that you're gonna have multiple fathers, multiple mothers in this life. But that's me being biased, right? Because people have their man.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So me, bro, honestly, like, bro, I've been so blessed, and I tell everyone that I have so many amazing people in my life, and have amazing people in life that never really fucked me over and stuff. But like me, bro, personally, the reason why I got the whole dad or kind of thing like kind of figured out in a way is just that I'm a kind of like a visual person, bro. So like me growing up, like I had like Sebastian's dad, bro. Like I never knew. I don't know. I never knew how to cut grass or anything like that, because for the fact that it's like we never needed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I would sleep over at Sebastian's house and stuff, like
Sunday morning, dog.
He would actually make us work.
Levántate.
Yeah. He would make us work. And he would tell me like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Like it's my dad. That's just what he is. And I'm like, me personally, I'm like,
To
nah,
you, it's exciting
I'm good. To
because
me,
again,
it's exciting as fuck, bro.
You
But like, we're
do
gonna
that.
cut the grass, and I'm like, oh shit, I never cut grass. Like, how we
Yeah.
cut grass? So to me, it was so awesome, bro. Like going to sleep over his house, because it was like he would make us do
You
this.
kind of
Like,
look forward to it.
yeah, dude. So I was like, bro, we're gonna work, and who wouldn't make us work? I'll be like, damn, bro. Like I want to work, bro.
That's the only reason I kind of stayed here, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
You're kind of whack. Your
So he
dad's
would like
kinda
make us
cool.
learn, like he would like tell me how to like cut the grass, like how to use a cutting grass machine, how to use a weed or stuff like that, bro.
This man said cutting
And-
grass machine.
And how he was he was also like a stepdad to his brother. Like just me looking at that and like looking at the relationship, it's like I learned so much with him, bro. And thanks to him so much, like, bro. Like,
Did
just,
you ever feel envious
just-
though? Like, did you ever
nah,
feel
but
any
honestly,
kind of
like
envy?
I love. It's crazy though, bro, because he actually saw me as a son. Because there was one time where this guy was like, Sebastian was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna go to your house, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to your house, right? I'm like, yeah, bro, go for it. I think he went on a date or something, bro, and he was like, oh, I told him like, how you doing, bro? He's like, I'm good, man. I'll be home. I'll be there in a bit. And I started getting a call from this random number, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I answered him right now, and he kept calling, and it was his dad. I answered him like, hey, what's up? He was like, hey, Mijo, like, and I'm like, who's this? He's like, oh, it's like yo, and I was like, oh, hey, and I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, where's Sebastian, right? I was like, oh, I think he's in the restroom. I'll tell him to call you when you get out, and I'll text Sebastian like, hey, bro, like, you almost here? It's crazy, bro. I showed up to my house, and he got mad at me, bro. He was like, he's not here. I know you were lying to me, and he got upset. And to me, it hurt me, bro, because I was just like,
You kinda let him
obviously I'm
down.
looking out for my homie, right?
Yeah.
But I let him down. You know what I mean? But it's like you got like I was looking out for my homie, right? So
Yeah.
he had lunch the next day, and he's like, bro, my dad said like, my dad, he was like, bro, he's like, Dad, I'm sorry. He's like, no, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Gilbert because I see him as my son. You know what I mean? So
He lied to
he
you.
lied to me.
Yeah.
So
Aw.
and then Sebastian's like,
Dang.
I
You have to
straight
fight
up, he's
the
like,
homie, bro.
Sebastian
You
was
just gotta
like,
fight the
straight up,
homie
bro, I
down.
just threw you under the bus. I was like, yeah, I don't know why he lied to you. I love like you fucking did. And I was like, I understand, bro. Y'all was
Trying to
like,
deflect all
yeah,
the trouble
yeah,
and
I
shit
must
from-
I
No,
understand.
yeah, like he is a bad person actually.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
even
like-
know why I
he's
hang
like, I
out
don't know why
with
he
him.
lied to you, Dad. I was like, I gotta watch him for myself. Like, nah, I'm good. Like,
Fuck
like,
you,
yeah,
Sebastian.
bro. So like him, and then like obviously my other role model was like my friend Alex's dad, and his mom
Alex,
actually
Alex?
too. Yeah, my friend Alex is bad, and his mom, bro. Like amazing people, bro. Like when we lost his mom, bro. Like to me, it was devastating, bro. Like she was like my second mom. Like whenever I had issues with my mom, or like I was mad at my mom, I'd just go to her and she would talk to me. So like, bro, those are my role models, bro. Like I never had like I always knew what it was like to have a father, like the father love. Obviously, they weren't really my fathers and stuff, but to me, it was like I knew what it was like. You know what I mean? So
Extension of it.
yeah, so
it's
like
an extension of it.
like that's the way I want to be, bro. Like just be there for my kids, bro. Cause I mean that's the father I want to be. Is just be there for my kids,
even
bro.
like your kids' friends. Eventually,
Yeah,
like,
exactly, bro. Like they
'cause
were
you don't
so
know what they're
cool.
going through.
They were so cool with me, bro. Like yeah, exactly, man. Like to me, it was like obviously, bro. Like they would take me out to eat and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like they knew like I didn't have much. So like
Me and Jamie were
that shit
talking
was
about
cool.
that, like when the kids are old enough, like 12, 13, 14, 15,
Yeah.
early teens going into like high school and shit. Because we do go on vacations a lot, they're like, well, she asked, what if like the girls want to bring like one of their friends, and I was just like, you know what? At first I was like, well, I don't know. Me as a parent, like, would you let Emma go? And she's like, well, I don't know. Like, it depends on how long they've been friends, and if like we know their parents. And I was like, all right, obviously, right? But like, I would actually really love that. Like, the girls and Ezra, like, being able to bring like one of their friends, and
Yeah.
like we pay for everything to show that, like, not so much like it's not like a fucking flex
Yeah.
or anything, but it's just more like
They don't
like
have that.
we're gonna look at your friends as like our kids too. We're gonna take
Yeah.
care of them just as much as like we would expect their parents to take care of you guys if you guys went out. You know what I mean? If you want to bring your fucking friend to dinner,
Yeah.
that's cool. What I was telling Jimmy is like once we build our house, I want to build out like a little small guest house out in the
Yeah.
back. So like once the girls, Emma, Stella, and Ezra are all like old enough, they want to have their friends over, and if they want to stay over, but they don't really want to stay inside the house to be loud, I want to build out like a guest house,
Be back there.
and there'll be like a
Yeah.
kitchenette and a fucking shower, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's like you guys do what you guys want. You know what I mean? Stay in the fucking gates. Don't leave. Nobody's drinking and driving type shit. Like,
Yo, but
motherfucker, I know what y'all doing back here.
I
know what
this.
those tables are. All right, and the cups, recycle them. All right, recycle cups.
y'all better not bring no boys out here.
Yeah,
either,
no,
bro.
ain't no boys except for Ezra. Ezra, hey,
Hey, Ezra.
And you keep lookout, but
Yeah.
shit.
you're not here to party, bro. You're just here to chill. Just watch. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
eventually, like, I want to be like that parent.
Yeah,
you know what I
bro.
mean? I want to be that parent that, like, other kids feel comfortable coming over and, like, you know what I mean? If they're having trouble at home, whatever the case may be, like, they can.
And that's what's my girl. Like one of these days, bro, you're gonna be a dad to one of your friends' kids. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like exactly, bro. And
It'd be pretty
that's
tight.
why
You know
that's
what
what
I
I'm saying. Like I just feel like in this life, like you're gonna be a father figure to
You know,
someone
and I'm
else.
grateful. Like, I was actually thinking about this. Like, when you guys were mentioning role models, I was like, bro, I don't fucking have role models. Like, I didn't grow up thinking about role models. But
or like, what about now? Like,
I know, but so now that I really think about it, now we're actually talking about it.
Yeah.
I would say like my coaches, bro. Like, in high school, like I had a couple, and the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, like my dad left. My dad left, and then he went to prison. So I didn't have like a man to be like, hey, good job, like, And I mentioned this. I mentioned this. I think a few episodes ago. Like, my love language is fucking being told I'm doing good. Like, that shit fucking means so much to me.
bro.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
means so much to me. Like, even as far as like right now, like it's kind of expected that I help my wife out because she got her wisdom teeth done.
Yeah.
But like yesterday, like I took the kids with me while I was working, and like obviously she's not gonna fucking tell me, hey, good job. Like that's part of my job as a parent, like to take the kids when
sure.
the other parent is not at 100%. But I was kind of looking for it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like thanks.
Acknowledge me, baby.
Acknowledgement.
Yeah, the
But
acknowledgement,
so
bro.
my role models, I would say, are my coaches, bro. And actually, I still cut one of these coaches still to this day, bro. I cut his hair.
Yeah.
Coach Shelby, bro. That man is, he doesn't know it, but that man, I looked up to him so much. I remember he used to pick me up from my house at 5 a.m., bro. because I didn't have a ride to school. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have a ride to school. But all my junior year, he wasn't even my position coach either.
Yeah.
He was a fucking receiver coach, and I was a nose tackle, bro. So I had a defensive coach. But he used to pick me up every morning at 5 a.m. Made sure we would stop at Starbucks, stop at McDonald's. He'd make sure I ate breakfast. I get to the school, get to the gym, go work out. He would make sure I worked out. Hey, you good? You need anything? All right, be in the office. Let me know. That man, still to this day, bro, he has a total of 5 kids. He has a set of twins. He has an older son with a previous woman, and then he has 4 total kids with his now wife. And man, dude, like even still to this day, like I asked him recently, somewhat recently, I would say about 2 years ago. Him having 5 kids, I was like, bro, how the fuck do you do it? Like, how do you fucking? I told you the story.
Yeah.
How do you fucking do it, dude? Like, mentally, physically, financially, how the fuck do you do it, dude? Like at the time I had 2 kids before Ezra, obviously, right? And even at that, like I never felt like the amount of money that I was making was enough. And words that like still stick with me to this day.
Yeah, it's one of the best advice ever.
The best advice I've ever received, bro. And I asked him like, bro, how the fuck do you do it like financially? And he was like, look, man, he's like, when you stop trying to make enough, it'll be enough. And I was like, fuck, like that kind of you can kind of like use that for anything.
Yeah.
Once you stop trying to be enough or do enough, it becomes enough. And it can almost sound kind of selfish in a sense, but the way I had asked my question, the way he answered the question so fluidly, it always stuck with me. And if he ever does watch this video, I actually showed him one of the episodes, but if he ever does watch this video, Shelby, you are appreciated by me, bro. Like, you have no fucking understanding how much you actually mean to me. And like the you being in my life, bro, like has helped me become the father that I am. Also, to be honest, that man did a lot of shit for a lot of our students, a lot of the team, bro. That like, you know, he probably should. You know what I mean? They didn't have to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
But
They didn't have to pick me up. He didn't have to pick me up every fucking morning to go make sure I ate, make sure I got to the gym. You know what I mean?
Bro.
That extra fucking mile, and he wasn't even my position coach, bro. Like, he didn't have to do any of that shit.
I think it's the beauty of it, bro. Because like I would say the same thing for me in a sense. I think for me, my role models obviously my dad, my grandpa to an extent, but coaches, bro. I think coaches or the people that you're around. If you play sports from like day one, like 6th grade, 7th grade, moving all the way up to high school and so on, wherever you go, if you go to collegiate level, whatever. I think coaches are like your fathers, bro. Because you probably spend more time with them than when you do with your actual like family.
You know what, man? It was tough in the beginning. Like when we transferred from Bobcats to Vela, it was really difficult for me to kind of like follow the line that they wanted me to follow, because I was so used to not having a man in my life that actually cared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even like the coaches at Bobcats, like they literally were just coaches. Like,
yeah, bro.
They didn't do shit like extra anything.
The coach
like,
at the main.
hey, get the fuck in the shower here. Get the fuck out. Like, you know what I mean? Like after practice, hey, get the hell out of here. We're trying to go home. Like, coaches at Vela, bro. Like they really went that extra mile. And at first, I was very like.
When you go that extra mile, bro, that's when you probably have a better team, though.
Yeah.
You perform better because that's that unity, bro, as a family. When you play.
We didn't
not
do
our first year, though.
Yeah, not the first year, but
They were just trying to set the culture, bro.
We lost every game our first year.
That, though. That's what I'm saying.
But no, I will say this though. Like when we first started there, man. Like, you know, summer practice, even like fall camp, because we actually started our fall camp, our spring camp at Bobcats, because we didn't have a facility yet. We didn't have our school yet. School wasn't done yet. So we actually had like 3 coaches. It was Michael Salinas, the head coach at the time, Todd Wallace. Shout out to him, dude. That was another guy that like he meant a lot to me in high school. Coach Wallace, man, that guy was a fucking goat, dude. I don't know if you remember. He wasn't. No, not that's Abendroth. He was another guy. Up until recently, that guy was a role model to me, and I found out he was racist. This guy. He's a racist white man, but. No, I was very like headstrong on my shit. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fucking listen to you. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, it's just me. And dude, these coaches really made me realize that it was so much more than me on that field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it's like I have a couple homies that are ex-Marines and shit. It's like, dude, if you're not watching your homies back, you're not watching your back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they really made me realize that shit. Like, we got to be really watching out for each other on the field, off the field, in class. You know what I mean? Outside of school, like, watch out for each other, because at the end of the day, like one of us goes down, like we're all gonna go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be fluid if one of us is out. Like if you're so used to playing next to somebody, fucking 8 to 10 snaps. You know what I mean? And that person's gone.
You gotta
It's like
get used
you
to it,
gotta
bro.
use to somebody else,
You
bro.
gotta
Like
adapt.
yeah.
Because
So it's like
other
make
than-
sure you're taking care of that person next to you.
So
So
it's
they
like
always
what
they
you-
always made sure that we're taken care of. So I would say like honestly up
Yeah.
until that point I didn't have a role model. Once I got there and again I still cut Coach Shelby to this day. Patrick Shelby, man, that's my fucking guy, dude. Like he means a lot more than me.
Bro, where I went to, bro, I think I don't know. I guess it's just my kind of experience. Dude, the coaches were hell of amazing, bro. Like as far as the relationship with coach and athlete, bro, like just amazing, bro. And even just like all of them had like a piece of advice or whatever it was, bro. Like whenever they gave their speeches, bro, they just resonated in your head, and it just. I guess as a team, bro, as a unit, like it helped us come together even more and have that bond. And we were actually pretty good, bro. Like we actually won district and all that. So like we were good as a unit, but I feel like all that success exceeds not just the work you put in, but the kind of relationship you have with your teammates and the coaches, bro. Because like you're just building all that unity. So for me, like all that, I guess what I get off of that was all of the principles that we did or how we got to where we got to as a team, like. They're transferable and translate to real life, you know, like in the classroom, wherever you go out at work, you know, because essentially what they taught us as children, you know, as athletes was like the hard work, the determination, the overcoming hardships. You lose this Friday a game, whatever, you go the next day, you look at film, see your mistakes, come back the next week, and then you fix those mistakes.
You attack it harder,
try to win. You get me? You tackle harder the next week. It's a harder week of practice because of last week what happened. You get me? So you take that, and I'll apply it to the classroom. You don't go to class, you're not going to practice.
Yeah,
you
it's that simple.
And then the exam, that's game day. You're not always going to do good in game day, so you're not going to do good in every exam. So guess what? If you don't do good in an exam, evaluate what you did wrong to get that grade you got in that exam. So that way when you take the next exam, bro, you attack it harder, bro.
Yeah,
kind of
100%.
situation, you feel me? At your workplace, bro, you want to, climb that ladder of whatever it is, wherever the top of the food chain is in that company, figure out how can you get up there, bro, because at the end of the day, you're always progressing. You're always trying to see, how can you better yourself? Where you went wrong? And I think those principles, bro, like are applicable in anything in life, and they apply to me through my coaches. You get me? So I would say my coaches were my role models because of that. My dad and even my mom, bro, because like I think my dad, he loved sports, but he wasn't one that would push me into it. It was more my mom more than anything. So because of that, all of what they taught me, like that's kind of the parent I want to be too. I want to be one that pushes my children. Of course, I want my children to play sports, bro.
To want
Same.
to
Yeah,
want
I
to
mentioned
play.
it before though. Like you can't force it upon them, right? My desire, and I hope they do. And whatever it is they play, I will support it. I'm gonna train them. That's kind of that I want to be. I want to be the one that trains, bro. Because if you know me, bro, growing up, bro, like I fucking train, dog. I don't think you know me like that, bro. But like that's another reason why I get the nickname that I got. Like I train, bro. Like I legit train. Like I get the ladder, I get the cones, I get everything, bro. That's my brother, bro. Before when I graduated and I was done, like I was just focusing on school, like, and it was his turn, bro. I got on the fucking cones with him. I take him to his school, even they played for the rivalry school where I went to school at. I still trained his ass, bro, and he had an amazing season. And when I went to go train him, bro, his actual teammates wanted to actually train with us because they saw the cool works that I was doing with them. And sure enough, they trained up with him, bro. And
I'm gonna need y'all to bring $15 next time y'all come through.
Hey,
for this
that
training
ass.
shit.
But that's what I'm getting at,
At least
bro.
bring some
Like,
fucking food,
I got to train students, even though I wasn't like a lot older, but they were my brother's age. I got to train them with him and get to know them and build a relationship with them. So I was like, bro, like I'm doing
Now you're
that.
kind of a role model.
Yeah, so like now I'm kind of like that role model, and that's kind of the role model I want to play
They
with.
kind of
the
expect
person
something out of you.
who I
Yeah.
want to be for my daughters. I want
Coach
my daughters.
Martinez.
I want my daughters, bro, to like. And they play soccer
Juice.
probably bad, bro. And I want to take them out to like the park and like let's play catch, bro. Like
That's
let's see
what,
what you
bro.
got going
That's
on.
what I'm waiting for, bro. Like
Exactly.
that's like the phase of
You
this
can
go
whole
play
thing.
ball,
start
I'm gonna
with
buy
you
you
can start
up,
with
feel me? Let's go
Riley
play-
though.
Everything,
Right,
bro.
isn't like
It's difficult though.
Or
because
take it to
she's
the park
4
with
or
the ball,
5.
bro.
But it's you started off. But I'm saying is they get to where they get to a point in the age part like 12 or 13. Hopefully we can still fucking play like that. You know, that's the reason also why I train or I work out, bro, because I want to remain active and fit for those points in my life. So when I'm at that age, bro, I can ball up my daughter. Like you wanna go 1-on-1, let's go. You feel me? And hell yeah, I'll dunk on her ass.
I wish I had a dad like George when I grew up. I probably would have made it to the league, to be honest, man. Just saying. Hey man, but
nah.
honestly,
You're
bro.
5'6", bro. Relax.
Dude, sports came into my life like when I was like maybe like 9, bro, like super late. You know what I mean? So
That's not even late.
That's early.
that's late, bro.
I got
like 6 or 5.
I got into
That's
sports
not
really
late.
early. I got into sports.
I
like
know what
fucking
football
4.
was, bro. I didn't even know what football was. Like, I didn't know what it was. All I knew is obviously we're
My
Mexican
mom,
soccer.
my
Like,
mom
that's
got
what I
me.
grew up
I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I guess from birth I kind of was. Cause
You're kind of forced to be.
My family,
Bro,
yeah.
exactly.
My family, they bought me the jersey, they bought me a football, they bought me a helmet, bro. Tell me what my dumbass was running down the street, bro. My mom didn't know where I was. She had to have a neighbor get me and tell me like I found him. And then in the street, I'm like, where the heck were you? I'm like, I don't know, just fucking started taking off, I guess.
yeah, bro. Like, I mean,
We're
well, yeah,
never
bro. Like
helmet.
me, like the only reason I learned sports because my neighbors, bro. Like when I grew up, like they just like taught me everything, bro. Like that's why San Andreas is my favorite game because that's the first game I ever played. Like first game I ever played. So, like,
2004.
so like, and I just like, bro, I was a
2006,
little
I
kid.
think.
Like, what the fuck was we playing that game?
Someone fact check
Yeah,
me, but
man,
I think it was
but-
like 2004, 2006.
But guys, hey, it's an amazing episode. Hey, if you have anybody out there you look up to, man, hey, tell them you guys appreciate them, man. Tell them what you mean in their life, because bro, like Toby said, like he didn't know who his role model was until
we
today.
really started talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, like you, like bro, like this. I always say, bro, like the people who weren't in my life, the people that were, bro, honestly, I can honestly say I wouldn't be here today, like, and that's facts, bro. Like I would not be here today, like if it weren't for the people that were in my life, man. Like that's facts, bro. Like me personally, I can honestly say that, like.
It's so crazy that like you meet specific people in your life and it deters you.
Yeah.
Detour, you know what I mean?
Eh,
Detours you
and
into a different life.
You don't have seen Naruto, right?
Which one?
Naruto.
No.
Yeah.
Obito,
I've seen like
Obito,
first season.
Dude, I
Obito
love
and
that.
Naruto are the same person. The only difference is that who they came in contact with, bro. You feel
exactly.
me?
Even
That-
Gara, like
yeah, the life, bro, that they had.
and I'll
was
say
impacted by
say
that.
this, LeBron, like in the show, The Shop, he says, he's like, me and my friends, we all grew up together, we all play the same sport. He's like, how did I become this person, and all my other friends are 10 feet underground? It's like, where did it go wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's the way I feel, man, and that's the way I feel honestly.
I had a conversation with a client today, and I don't want to run off this fucking.
yeah.
You know,
Wanna wrap it
we're
up?
gonna cut it off pretty quickly right now. But I had a client the other day, and we were talking. It was actually my lawyer homie that I mentioned last
Yeah.
episode. He's like, bro, he went down this like TikTok rabbit hole, and he was like, man, like, what if every close call death you've ever experienced was actually a death, and then you realizing you almost died was you waking up in a new life.
That's what I think about.
And I was like, fuck, bro, like, dog, it's 11:30 at night, dude. Like, why?
Don't get me thinking like that right
Hey
now,
man, what the
bro.
fuck, man?
What the fuck? I already have struggles
I wanna go
sleeping, bro. I
sleep,
can't
man.
even sleep, bro. Like, you're
Don't be
gonna.
laying in bed till 4 in the
But
morning.
dead ass though,
What's
like,
going
think
on?
about it. Like, every time you fell off your bike and you hit your head and you hit like the bing, fucking your eyes, you can't see for a second.
Yeah.
What if you fucking died at that moment?
Bro, ain't no cap, bro. That's what I think about sometimes. Like, bro, what if we're dead? You know how they say, like, when you die, you relive all your
Yeah.
past? Like, that's what I think about, too. Like,
You dead,
And,
bro.
like,
dead or not.
I also watched this other video where it said it says when
When
you die, because I don't really believe in, like, I'm not religious, man, so I don't really believe in like heaven or hell. I do believe in the fact that like your energy transfers to something else, and just like everything around us is all energy based. Your energy gets moved on to something that could be useful for somebody else. But I saw this video where it said when you pass, you actually get to meet the person you were supposed to be in your life. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
Like, imagine that.
That's
Like,
what I meant, LeBron. All right, bro. We leave it at that, man.
so sit back and just think about that, guys. Everybody
Yeah.
reflect on like what you're doing in your life, and is it the person that you think that you thought out to be from when you were a kid? Is it the person that you wished to have been as a kid? Would you have looked up to yourself as a kid, or maybe not? You know what I mean? Like, so
and
these
if
are
so-
questions you can ask yourself.
And if so, change it.
Yeah, and if you
Address it, I'm gonna say address it, man, like-
if you are who you are today, and if you can look back at yourself at 4, 5, 6 years old, and you can't look up to the person that you are today,
Yeah.
change whatever is what you feel can be changed, and become the person that you can look up to.
And that's another thing too, bro. I know people oftentimes run from their problems, bro. Like, don't ever run from your problems because your problems are always gonna be there. You can hide
Yeah.
for moments temporarily, but until you really address those issues, man, you're gonna have problems within yourself. So
Yeah.
you can't really heal or start the healing process if you're not dealing with whatever it is that has affected you then or now. You know, you gotta understand how you can actually address those issues too. And for everybody, it's different, and you just gotta figure out your way. Like I said, all of us
Your
have
own
our
coping.
ways.
Everybody has a different
Yeah.
coping.
Yeah, and whatever coping that is, like, also evaluate that coping, because sometimes our coping ways are not healthy. You know, try to figure out how does it affect you mentally? How does it affect you physically? You know, is it really improving you? Is your overall state, or is it just improving you momentarily as well? Because some coping mechanisms are also momentarily, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
depends on that, man. But I guess we'll leave it at that. Follow us on WA Twitter, WA Fatherhood on Twitter. We are Fatherhood on Instagram. Also our Facebook page, We Are Fatherhood. Brah.
Hey, we love y'all. Peace out.
Comments, questions, concerns, listen down below. We want to hear y'all's thoughts on today's episode, last episode, any episode you felt like you resonated with. Leave a question, man. Leave a comment. We're definitely, because we are a small channel, we definitely are reading every fucking comment. We screenshot each comment and we fucking like send it to our group chat.
And we'll get back to y'all too.
Yeah, 100%. Even like on a personal level, if you want to leave maybe like your Instagram or your Twitter or whatever the case may be, in the comments, and you know, if you feel like it's a personal question that you want to be answered kind of solely and on your own, like we can answer, we can